Business Report.
Good evening. Tonight, according to the Ministry of Finance, 52 major commercial state-owned enterprises in Sri Lanka reported a sharp drop in profits. The largest edition of the World Travel Market London 2025 has officially begun. The event will take place until November 6th. Today, Colombo stocks continued their gains from yesterday as the ASPI made its first foray above 23,000 points. While the S&P SL20 index increased, the all-share price index showed only slight rises. And as investors book profits after recent tech-led surges, Asian stock markets from Tokyo to Taipei and Seoul retreated from their all-time highs today.
From Studio 24C, here's Anuradi Vikramasinghe.
Good evening and welcome to the Nightly Business Report on other Derana news channel. The Ministry of Finance said Sri Lanka's 52 main commercial state-owned enterprises reported a significant decline in profits. Overall earnings in the first 6 months of this year fell by about 19% year-on-year. Notably, the Ceylon Electricity Board recorded losses during the same period.
Sri Lanka's three largest state banks, Bank of Ceylon, People's Bank and National Savings Bank, together increased profits by 65.5 billion rupees in the first 6 months of this year. The Sri Lankan Ports Authority, National Water Supply Drainage Board and Employees Trust Fund Board added around 16 billion rupees in additional profits compared to last year. The Electricity Board recorded a loss of 13.2 billion rupees, sharply down from a profit of 119.2 billion rupees in the same period last year. Revenue from electricity sales and CEB fell 38.8% to 192.6 billion rupees, even as demand rose 4.3% to 7,814 gigawatts. This decline was mainly due to a reduction in average end-user tariffs, which dropped from 41 rupees and 97 cents per kilowatt to 24 rupees and 64 cents per kilowatt. Collection from levies and dividends across SOEs also fell to 11.7 billion rupees. Overall, while some SOEs showed growth, the sector's profitability was significantly constrained by CEB's losses.
A Sri Lankan business delegation is visiting Canada to explore investment and partnership opportunities in education, agriculture, information technology and tourism, according to the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce. The group, representing several key industries, is meeting Canadian business leaders, government officials and industry bodies across Toronto, Ottawa and other cities. The discussions aim to identify new commercial opportunities and promote two-way investment between Sri Lankan and Canadian companies. Agriculture talks focus on Canadian investment in agri-tech, food processing and sustainable farming practices, while IT meetings explore collaboration with startups on digital innovation. Tourism discussions are centered on strengthening travel links and co-promoting destinations. The delegation will also attend the Canadian Bureau for International Education Conference to discuss joint degree programs, academic exchanges and research collaborations. The World Travel Market London 2025 has officially commenced, marking its biggest edition to date. Running from today until the 6th November at XL London, the event brings together global travel and tourism leaders, showcasing the latest innovations and industry developments.
The World Travel Market London 2025 has kicked off, attracting industry leaders and innovators from across the globe. With the theme Reimagining Travel in a Changing World, the event provides valuable insights into the evolving tourism sector. Attendees will explore shifting traveler behaviors and the future of sustainable travel practices. WTM London 2025 also introduces new culture programs, TV channels and educational sessions to enhance learning and networking. The expansion of XL London has added 25,000 square meters, accommodating more exhibitors and immersive experiences. The event emphasizes high-level engagement and collaboration across multiple sectors of the travel industry. WTM continues to solidify its position as a key global platform for travel, tourism and technology. Industry experts expect this year's edition to foster significant international partnerships and business deals, along with the event highlighting innovative solutions to address the challenges facing the post-pandemic travel landscape.
Let's take a short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Colombo stocks extended yesterday's gains today, with the ASPI crossing the 23,000 mark for the first time. The all-share price index posted modest increases while the S&P SL20 index climbed. For further insights on this, we have Dilhari Dias from First Capital Holdings.
Thank you, Anuradhi. The Colombo bourse witnessed a steady upward drift during the first half of the day, where the all-share price index hit 23,000 mark prior to the midday. However, the index gradually declined afterwards and ended at 22,953, slightly up by 25 points. The key positive contributors who pushed the index towards positive territory are Senkatagala Finance, Sunshine Holdings, Colombo Dockyard PLC, Cargill Ceylon, and Aiken Spence PLC. Meanwhile, both retail and high net worth investors were moderately engaged in the trade today. Total turnover was 4.4 billion rupees, which has climbed down by 41% compared to the monthly average of 7.5 billion rupees. The capital goods sector led the day's turnover, accounting for 28% of the total, while the food, beverage and tobacco sector and banking sectors together contributed 34% as well. The top three gainers for the day were Senkatagala Finance, Paragal Ceylon PLC and Kotmale Holdings, whereas the top three price losers were Pegasus Hotels of Ceylon, Ceylon Tea Brokers and Colombo Investment Trust. Thank you.
Sri Lanka sold 66.96 billion rupees of treasury bills today, falling short of the 77.5 billion offered, with yields remaining steady across all maturities. For further insights on this, we have Akna Tennakon from First Capital Holdings.
Thank you, Anuradhi. Today, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka concluded its weekly treasury bill auction, raising a total of 66.9 billion rupees, just under the total offer amount of 77.5 billion rupees. Today's total bids amounted to nearly 130 billion rupees. For the 3-month treasury bills, 7.5 billion rupees were on offer and bids totaled 11.1 billion rupees. The central bank accepted only a fraction of this, which stood at 4.8 billion rupees, while the weighted average yield remained unchanged at 7.52%. The 6-month maturity continued to see the highest level of market interest, drawing 59.2 billion rupees in bids against an offer of 30 billion rupees. The central bank accepted 39.7 billion rupees, exceeding the initial offer, with the weighted average yield edging up slightly to 7.90%. In the 12-month segment, 40 billion rupees were offered and 59.7 billion rupees in bids were received. The central bank accepted 22.5 billion rupees, with the weighted average yield moving marginally higher to 8.04%. Thank you.
Gold slipped below $4,000 per ounce today as the US dollar held near 3-month highs, while reduced expectations of a Federal Reserve interest rate cut and easing US-China trade tensions dampened demand on safe haven metals. Spot gold fell 0.2% to $3,992.23 per ounce, with December US gold futures down 0.3% at $4,001.40 per ounce. The dollar's strength reflects a divided Federal Reserve, prompting investors to scale back bets on further rate reductions. Typically favored in low interest rate environments and periods of economic uncertainty, gold's appeal softened amid the current market backdrop. Market sentiment remains cautious as investors weigh macroeconomic trends against gold's traditional role as a hedge. Oil prices slipped as investors viewed OPEC Plus's pause on output hikes as a sign of potential oversupply. Brent crude fell 0.2% to $64.74 a barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate declined 0.2% to $60.91 a barrel. OPEC Plus announced a modest output increase for December but decided to hold production hikes in the first quarter of next year. Since April, the group has raised output targets by around 2.9 million barrels per day, about 2.7% of global supply, though the pace has slowed amid oversupply concerns. The decision followed Russia's lobbying, citing difficulties in raising exports due to Western sanctions on major firms Rosneft and Lukoil. Market watchers say geopolitical pressures and steady production targets are keeping traders cautious amid fluctuating global supply and demand. The Sri Lankan rupee held steady against the US dollar at commercial banks today, showing no change from yesterday's rates. At Commercial Bank, the currency was traded at 299 rupees and 18 cents for buying and 307 rupees and 65 cents for selling. With that, let's take a closer look at how the Sri Lankan rupee is performing against other major global currencies. Short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Spa Salon partners with Shangri-La Colombo to launch luxury sleepcation wellness experiences. The program is designed for tourists, business professionals, corporate teams and individuals seeking uninterrupted rest.
The program features Spa Salon's Sleep Intense range along with the hotel's curated pillow menu, fine linens, blackout curtains and in-room meal service. The general manager of Shangri-La Colombo highlighted that sleep tourism is a growing trend and the hotel is pioneering Sri Lanka's first dedicated sleep tourism experience. The sleepcation suites occupy 4 to 5 upper floors designed to create a sanctuary for deep rest and rejuvenation. Guest preferences including room temperature, pillow firmness and wellness activities like yoga or meditation are collected prior to arrival for a personalized experience. The program aims to help visitors fully relax, restore and wake up refreshed, combining luxury with holistic wellness. Spa Salon's co-founder Shalin Balasuri emphasized that sleepcation also promotes wellness tourism, prioritizing rest, recovery and overall well-being in Sri Lanka.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon has partnered with Homeland Skyline to offer home loans covering up to 100% of property purchase prices. The agreement targets condominium units and gated houses developed by Homelands, providing enhanced security and convenience through tripartite arrangements. Commercial Bank, the market leader in Sri Lanka's home loans sector, offers flexible repayment options, competitive rates and industry-leading service standards. The partnership aims to expand home ownership opportunities and reach diverse customer segments across the country. Homeland, renowned for resort-style luxury residential developments, currently has over 2,300 units under construction across 8 mega residential projects. This collaboration combines the strengths of both companies, supporting aspiring homeowners while reinforcing innovation and trust in Sri Lanka's property and banking sectors. JAT Holdings plc announced the acquisition of New Zealand's leading industrial coatings company Miratone in a strategic deal worth over $4 million Australian dollars. The move strengthens JAT's global footprint and positions the company for long-term growth in the coatings sector.
The deal includes 2.5 million Australian dollars for full ownership of Miratone Limited and an additional 1.5 million Australian dollars for working capital, modernisation and brand relaunch in Australia. The acquisition gives JAT immediate access to Australian market and future opportunities in Europe and the Americas. Miratone's 9-decade heritage in innovation and technical expertise enhances JAT's capabilities in advanced wood finishing solutions for premium manufacturers. The company inherits cutting-edge R&D, strong distribution networks and a trusted product portfolio, boosting global product development and manufacturing excellence. JAT founder Elian Gunawardena described the acquisition as a defining chapter, highlighting Miratone's alignment with JAT's values of authenticity, precision and quality. CEO Nishal Ferdinando noted that this milestone positions JAT to compete internationally with sustainable high-performance coating solutions.
Managed by David Pieris Racing and Leisure, Speed Bay is Sri Lanka's first international karting track built to CIK FIA standards, setting a new benchmark in motorsports. Located in Bandaragama, the 1,217-metre circuit has hosted major events like the X30 Asia Cup and the Asia Pacific Motorsports Championship 2025, attracting competitors from over 25 countries. Speed Bay fosters local talent through professional karting championships and the launch of international series such as the IAME Series Sri Lanka and the Saudi World Series. Drivers can access Birel Art carts, IAME engines and OMP racing equipment with full servicing, maintenance and structured coaching programs available on site. The circuit recently upgraded its fleet to world-class Saudi carts, the largest in Asia, ensuring top-tier safety gear and international racing standards. Complementing its motorsports offerings, Speed Bay sits beside Sri Lanka's first European standard water park and features a leisure karting circuit at Port City, Colombo, enhancing recreational and tourism appeal. Brown's Plantations is expanding orthodox tea production across East Africa, aiming to deliver premium, sustainable products while boosting local communities and operational efficiencies.
Earlier this month, Brown's Plantations Kenya unveiled an upgraded orthodox tea production facility in its Kitumbe factory. The Milima facility can now produce up to 3 million kilograms of high-quality orthodox tea annually. The expansion marks a key milestone in the company's commitment to specialty tea production. Dr. Oleg Piletsky, head of global operations, highlighted that this investment aims to maximize value of African-grown tea. The upgraded capacity is expected to enhance product quality, competitiveness and benefit local smallholder farmers' livelihoods. Brown's Plantations East Africa is targeting a long-leaf orthodox tea production capacity of 25 million kilograms within 18 months. Orthodox tea is planned to account for over 40% of the group's total regional production, leveraging expertise from its Sri Lankan operations.
Ceylon Cold Stores plc, the company behind Keel's Supermarkets and Elephant House Products, reported strong revenue growth for the quarter ended September. The company's revenue rose 17.6% year-on-year to 44.95 billion rupees, driven by solid performances in both its retail and manufacturing segments. Keel's Supermarkets generated 36.0 billion rupees in revenue, up 17.7%, supported by higher same-store sales and growing customer footfall. The manufacturing arm, which includes Elephant House beverages and ice creams, recorded 9.83 billion rupees in revenue, a 16.5% increase from last year. Despite higher sales, profit margins narrowed slightly, with gross margin dipping to 13.9% and operating margin to 6%. CCS posted earnings of ₹42 per share, up 8% from a year earlier, underscoring stronger consumer spending amid improving disposable incomes. Let's take a short commercial break. Global business updates coming on the other side. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Asian stock markets from Tokyo to Taipei and Seoul retreated from record highs today as investors booked profits following recent tech-led rallies. Sentiment was tempered by weaker than expected US economic data and conflicting signals from Federal Reserve officials, clouding expectations for a potential December interest rate cut. Japan's Nikkei rose 0.4% to a record 52,636.87 before slipping 0.4% later in the session. Taiwan's TAIEX initially gained 0.8% to reach a new high, but ended the day down 0.3%. South Korea's Kospi tumbled 1.7%, reversing gains from Monday's 2.8% surge to an all-time peak. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng added 0.2%, while onshore listed Chinese blue chips eased 0.4%. Australia's benchmark index fell 0.7% after an earlier decline of 0.9%. Tesla's European sales took a sharp downturn in October, with new car registrations plunging across key markets. The electric car maker saw drops of 89% in Sweden, 86% in Denmark, 50% in Norway and 48% in the Netherlands, as its limited and aging model range struggled to attract buyers.
Tesla sales plunged in October in a number of European countries. It's the latest sign the US electric vehicle maker's struggles on the continent continue. Local industry data showed Monday the automaker's new car registrations dropped 89% in Sweden. They were also down 86% in Denmark and just under a half in the Netherlands. The drop-off comes despite industry-wide sales of fully electric and plug-in hybrid models rising 119%. Tesla's sales have fallen in Europe this year, partly due to a small, ageing lineup of models. It also faces rising competition from local competitors and Chinese brands. In Denmark, for instance, Tesla was outsold by several Chinese EV companies, including BYD and XPeng. The company has also faced a backlash from some European consumers against CEO Elon Musk. He helped fund Donald Trump's US presidential election victory last year and has supported European far-right parties.
Thank you for watching the Nightly Business Report on Other Derana News Channel. We value your opinion, so please share your thoughts and feedback with us through email at feedback.adncenglish@derana.lk or via WhatsApp at 076-805-7933. We'll see you again tomorrow with the latest updates in the business globe. Vinod Surya will join you next with Other Derana Sports Central. Until then, I'm Anuradhi Vikramasinghe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.